Hometown of Orlando, Florida, an absolute mess. He'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.